Hello, I am Mrs. S Zunjarwad, Assistant Professor of Communication Skills, Department of Humanities and Sciences, Walchand Institute of Technology, Solapur. In this session, we are again discussing on reading comprehension. So, at the end of this session, student will be able to read, understand and answer the questions based on the given passage. So, why reading with comprehension? So, let us see the answer of this question. So, reading comprehension plays an important role in human life. Without proper comprehension skills, students lack the ability to understand what they read. It increases the enjoyment and effectiveness of reading and helps not only academically but professionally and in a person's personal life. Without comprehension, reading is a frustrating, pointless exercise. So let us think about this question. What is the meaning of reading comprehension? Take a pause, think about this question and try to give the answer. So, reading comprehension. Comprehension goes beyond reading the text on the page. It involves finding meaning in the text and being able to summarize, reiterate and apply what has been read. Successful reading comprehension requires text comprehension, vocabulary, knowledge and reading fluency. Students with well-developed comprehension skills are able to understand both the main idea and the details of any given text. Even they are able to identify the different components of the text as well. So here we are focusing on various types of questions and how to solve the answers. So, reading comprehension questions and answers are the most scoring part of the verbal ability section of competitive exams, but are tricky too. Hence, it is imperative for aspirants of these exams to practice reading comprehension questions and answers well, so as to gain proficiency and attempt questions with accuracy, which is in turn will improve their overall scores. So, various types of questions. Different exams will have passages of different length and difficulty level. Reading comprehension mainly focuses on following topics. The first one is questions based on the central theme. Then questions that test vocabulary. Some of the questions based on inference. Questions based on titles or questions that assess tone. Some of the questions are based on facts and some questions based on paragraph and structure. So, the first question on main theme. Main idea questions test your ability to capture the big picture. Main idea and supporting idea questions are the most common types of reading comprehension questions. These questions are often asked as first question after the reading passage. A question of this type could have the following wording. See the question. Which one of the following most accurately summarizes the main point of the passage? Or this type of question also occurs. Which of the following most accurately states the main idea of the passage? Or which of the following best states the central idea of the passage? The gist of the passage is, here some of the options will be given. You have to select the correct one. And even which of the following is the principal topic of the passage. So all these types of questions will occur to describe main theme. So the second type of question, inference based questions. In contrast to supporting idea questions, inference questions deal with ideas that are not stated in the passage. Inference questions prompt you to make a logical jump from the statements expressed in the passage to a conclusion that should be true if the statements in the passage are all true. And inference questions might look like, these questions are based on the information given in the passage. It can be reasonably inferred that, or the author of the passage would be most likely to agree with which of the following statements. The third type of question, question based on vocabulary. These questions test your vocabulary, ask you the meaning of a word, phrase or synonym, or the opposite of the word. The contextual meaning of the word holds more importance here. So the question will be, identify the meaning of the word in the given context. In the passage, the phrase refers to. The next type of question, applying information to context outside passage. So like inference questions, applying information questions deal with topics that are not mentioned explicitly in the passage. This type of question asks you to take the information given in the passage and apply it logically to a context outside of the passage. And applying information questions could look like, which of the following situations is most similar to the situation described in the paragraph? Or identify a hypothetical situation that is comparable to a situation presented in the passage. Or select an example that is similar to an example provided in the passage. The next question, logical structure. So these questions examine your ability to analyze the structure of the passage and to determine what role specific components play in the whole. Logical structure questions may look like, how a passage is constructed. For instance, does it define, compare or contrast, present a new idea or refute an idea? Or how the author persuades readers to accept his or her assertions. Then the question based on style and tone. So, style and tone questions ask about the expression of a passage and about the ideas in a passage that may expressed through its diction. You may be asked to deduce the author's attitude to an idea, a fact, or a situation from the words that he or she uses to describe it. You may also be asked to select a word that accurately describes the tone of a passage. For instance, the tone can be critical, questioning, objective, or enthusiastic. The title-based questions. The most apt title for the passage is, or select the most suitable title for the passage from the following. So, the fact-based or specific detail target question. These questions intend to ask you to identify the correct or incorrect facts. For example, according to the passage, or the passage states that. So, tips for answering. Read all the answer choices before making your selection, even if you think you know the correct answer in advance. The correct answer is the one that most accurately and most completely answers the question posed. So, be careful not to be misled by answer choices that are only partially true or that only partially answer the question. When the question asks about the meaning of a word in the passage, be sure the answer choice you select correctly represents the way the word is being used in the passage. To solve this question, some of the abilities are required. So, reading comprehension questions are designed to test a wide range of abilities that are required in order to read and understand the kinds of prose, commonly understanding the meaning of individual words and sentences. So, the first ability, understanding the meaning of paragraphs and large bodies of text. Then, summarizing a passage. Understanding the structure of a text in terms of how the parts relate to one another. Identifying the author's assumptions and perspective. Analyzing a text and reaching conclusions about it. So, the last thought. So, this is the reference. Go through the reference. Thank you.